This is Coffee Talk with Sarah Bruschi. You can reach me at saraheducator.com. And today I'm talking to people who are thinking about getting a divorce, or they are divorcing, or have been divorced. And so if you want to listen in on what life can sometimes be like for divorced people, please do that. And also subscribe, and post any comments down below. So first, let's say what I'm having for my coffee today. I had the real deal when I dropped my kids off to school today. It looks like a single-use container there, but it's actually a reusable container that I have. It's microwavable and dishwasher safe. If you want to know what it is, just ask me down below in the comments. I got it on Amazon. And then the second one was decaf, and that's what I'm having right now, and it is in my cute little Guatemala mug. So three things I want to go over in this quick coffee talk. I prioritize what I want. Everything is figure outable, and make a budget and stick to it. So if you are divorcing or thinking about divorce, whatever it is, or you've been divorced and you need some help here you go. So first of all, if you say something like, I don't have time to do that, what I'm hearing from you is I'm not prioritizing that right now. And that's fine. I really feel great about honesty, and it helps with problems so much. And you don't want to be offensive. I get that. Don't be honest to the point of offending people when it's not necessary. But yeah, if you say, I don't have the time for my kid to do 20 minutes extra of homework, what you're really saying is not your priority to have your kid do 20 minutes extra of homework. I don't like that I'm working 80 hours a week, but you are working 80 hours a week. So there must be some reason why you're prioritizing that right now. You might need the money, or you like being productive, or you like the work that you do, or you like being out of your house a lot. Like you don't want to be indoors. I don't know, but that's your priority. So even if there's something in your life where you actually do feel like, I don't like this thing, I want you to reframe it and say, I prioritize what I want. So I must want this. If you don't, and that's not the way that it's working out for you, if you cannot get to that reframing place where you say, this is what I want, then you need to be working at the problem solving of that. And it's not whining, and it's not saying that I don't have the time for it. It is saying, I can't get this thing figured out, and then reaching out to someone, another person, so that you can get it figured out. Now, I'm going to write down here to remind myself that what I want, I'm going to make a little thing. There's something to do, a connection to budget on that one. And I have this little pen that I use here that I draw with like that, right? And I keep hitting the button on it that turns it on and off. So I'm putting it down right now so I don't do that again. Every time I do it, it turns off my video and I have to restart what I'm saying to you. So I'm putting the pen down, but I'm going to mention it in budget. So number 2, everything is figure outable. If you follow Marie Forleo, and I do, that is her quote, not mine. Everything is figure outable. It's a book she wrote. You should probably read it if you haven't already watched a million of her free YouTube videos. She's amazing, very helpful. She is one of my gurus for being divorced, even though it's like she's very happily married, it seems, or somewhat happily married. I have no idea of other people's relationships. She's married. But she has this, great approach to her life where everything is figure outable. She learned it from her parents. And so instead of being like, I can't, or it's not working, or that's my circumstance. No, it's figure outable. Go and problem solve that thing. So that is key. And that has helped me to make jumps sometimes, including one of the jumps being like, I wanted to not be married. And so that was a great mantra for that, and I'm passing it along to you. The third one is make a budget and stick to it. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that one, because that seems to be one of the sticking points for especially women, because we end up in a very difficult place, I think, when it comes to the finances of life after divorce or life during divorce. Also follow Money Honey Rachel. She's really great about talking to women about divorce right now. She just went through a divorce, and she is on Instagram or something. So I think if you went like this, I'm not sure, I'm not as tech savvy as I probably should be about that, but Money Honey Rachel is a good one to look up if you want to know a little bit more about finances and women and divorce. And she is more of a person who's going to say, I made a bunch of mistakes, and here is what you can learn from it. I had kind of a more just systematic approach to it, where I was like, okay, well, the biggest problem I had was just like, boom, I have this much money and I have this much time, I have this much energy, I have whatever, these are the pieces I'm working with. So what you need to do is you get a spreadsheet, just a regular old spreadsheet, and you need to do your income and you need to do your expenses, and you probably have like maybe 2 to 4 ways that you get your income. And then other than income, you're going to have a bunch of expenses, and you're not going to do anything except put down like when they're due per year and then what is their monthly average. So if you're going to put down like, the car, but you have all the pieces of your car. You want to account for every single dollar that you spend inside of here. So if you have your car, you have the maintenance, you have, so say like repairs, and you have the insurance, and you have the smog every couple of years, and you have, what else? Gas. So all the pieces of it. You have the cleanings, if there's any kind of cleanings. Every once in a while, you're probably going, if you have kids, you probably have a cleaning every once in a while. And you're going to put the average here for each item. And that is per month. So monthly. And I'm going to go see what my dog's doing. So think about it now as I'm going through this. What is your income? Where is it coming from? What are the different pieces of it? Those are really important to get a handle on, and it has to be averaged by month yet again. So average it to the month. And this is going to be something that you're going to revisit. Daily would be nice. If you can get up and every morning you spend 5 minutes going over finances, making sure that all of these monthly items are updated as best you can and checking them over, spending 5 minutes every single day is a really key thing to making sure that you stick to your budget and that you have an accurate budget and that you can feel safe and secure and happy. So yeah, that's kind of the idea there. I'm trying to think of other things. Okay, so this, I said, had a connection to here, what I want. So when I got to my cell data, okay, so my internet and my cell data, I can't remember if I think it was just internet that I was asking about. And I said, is there anybody, oh no, I had like Verizon. And I said, is there anybody who pays less than $45 per month? That's my line item, right? And so when you go through here, you're like, I accept this. I accept this is my income. I accept that this is my income from a secondary source. I accept that this is my income from something else. I accept these are the cost of repairs, the cost of my insurance, the cost of my smog. These things are what I can handle them being. They seem appropriate. Go through all of the items. This to me did not. I went, I don't really want my cell data to be like this. If I can, I want to lower it. How can I possibly lower it? There's always an answer to your questions, you guys, always. Everything is figure outable. So I posted on Treasure Talk in Facebook, or on Facebook, and I said, what can I do? Does anybody pay less than $45 a month on cell data? And they said, yes, I do. And the answer was, for me, Xfinity Mobile. And it was, it's approximately $15 a month because I only use about 2 gigs. You'll have to figure out what works best for you. Some people have 0 because it's through their company. So that was another item. So you just have to decide like what's going to work for you. How are you going to make it work? What are the ways to balance it? Internet, I wanted to see if it was something lower, like does anybody have it lower than $50 a month or something? And right now my internet is like $25 a month because of that. So check that out. The other thing was garbage. And oh, that was a funny story I was going to tell this morning. Garbage, I went past a garbage can this morning and suddenly had one of those total freak out moments where you go, oh, when was the last time I took out my garbage bin? Oh my gosh, I haven't done it in a while. And then I suddenly realized it's because I live in an apartment now and I never have to take out my garbage bin. So I don't mean like my garbage from the apartment down to the thing. I meant like for the garbage man to come and pick it up. I don't have to know what day of the week it is anymore. It has been like over 6 months that I've lived in a different place, like an apartment instead of my house. And just at that moment, it just was like, oh, has it been 6 months since I put the garbage out for the garbage man? Anyway, that happens to me every once in a while. And I just crack up at myself like, really? Really? So yeah, now all I have to do is take the garbage from the apartment down to the dumpster thing whenever I want, which needs to be done right now. It is like overflowing and I need to get that done. But it's really funny this morning. I had that moment. I was like, I have to share that with somebody. So now I've shared it with somebody. Enjoy my like ridiculousness. So garbage though, I just want to add this that, so that was the connection between I want something and I was making a budget. I wanted my cell data and my internet to cost less. And then it was figure outable. It was less. So now garbage, and these are things until they seem reasonable to you. You know, don't write down like, well, you can't get it lower. Why don't you get it to zero? Everybody really wants zero. Well, of course they do, but I'm getting a service from someone and yeah, it probably has to cost something. But you know what? Maybe it doesn't. You're right. I actually know a way to get it for free, which is to go to the library and use their internet or get one of their Wi-Fi hotspots, which I have. But because of my work, I feel like this is a reasonable cost and it actually like makes my life easy enough that the other option makes my life so much harder that this would be the best option for now. There might be one in the future. Again, these are things you're revisiting every morning for 5 minutes. You just go through every single line item that you can in 5 minutes. Or something else if you haven't, like, if this is so on par, like everything is exactly as it should be and you have been happy with it for a long time, you're not spending your 5 minutes on this. You're doing it like paying some bill or something, or making something automated instead of what you have to like do yourself manually all the time. Garbage. Another thing is I was like, what am I going to do to pay like, I don't know, it's like $45 or something. I can't remember. Why is everything $45? But I can't remember how much my garbage was, but it was something like that every month, a 45, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this like down to, I was looking at my final item and it was something like, I was like, I don't know, $300 over. And so I was looking for things where I could get that $300 off. So gas, I just was like, okay, I guess I have to walk a little bit more. Repairs, couldn't go. I couldn't change anything about that. I did call my insurance company and see if I could get anything lowered. Things like that. So, and cleanings, you could totally take that off and do it yourself. Or if you feel like it's time better spent, you could probably get it lower. Like figure out if there's a discount for example, La Miranda Moms has a discount at the car wash in La Miranda. You could get like 10% off or something. So this one, $300, let's say, yeah, I did that. And then garbage. Oh, you can go on a 2-week vacation. And during that 2-week vacation, they will, what they do is they take off the money for the vacation days. So it's something like half of the month. So it was about $22 saved. So that's not every month. Divided by 12. And then you go from there. That's not that much, but if you're just trying to whittle away those $300, then that's something. And so you did I did every single thing that I could possibly think of to bring those prices down to where they made sense to me, where I liked them, where they worked. So that's my coffee talk for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Pass it along to people you think it could help, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.